I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. Good morning and welcome back to Talking Tuesday. This is the second time I've tried recording this. I tried 4K. I don't have the horsepower for it. So once again this morning, we're going to talk about cruises. Good morning and welcome back to Talking Tuesday. This morning, we're going to talk about cruises and irrational fears. This has all the earmarks of a traffic jam. School bus broken down. It's okay, it gives us time to talk. Now, my wife, for as long as I've known her, has said that she would love to go on a cruise. The problem is, I'm terrified of cruises, or ships, or the ocean. I mean, if you've watched this channel, you know that I'm afraid of heights as well. Here's the problem. Everybody's afraid of something. If you're not afraid of something, you're probably not paying attention. You'll be situationally unaware. But she'd love to go on a cruise, for as long as I've known her. Now, I know statistically, cruises are probably much safer than riding motorcycles at high speeds, which I have no problem with. See, the problem goes back to 1972. I was 9 years old. My mother had multiple sclerosis, and I probably got to do a lot of things that most 9-year-olds wouldn't be able to do. One of those things was going to the movies. And I decided that I wanted to go see the Poseidon Adventure several times. Now, you think these things wouldn't affect you. I could certainly separate movies from reality, even at 9. But what we take in does have an impact on us. It's just a matter of how much. And as a 9-year-old, I decided that dying in a giant upside-down steel coffin in the middle of the ocean was probably not a good idea. I'm going to get to do this whole vlog just sitting right here at the light. As a matter of fact, drowning is one of my top ways that I don't want to die. Drowning, fire. I think if I had my choice, I'd like to go in my sleep with my friends around me. Now, why my friends would be around me while I'm sleeping, I don't know. It's kind of creepy. But in my sleep would be okay. Ideally, I'd like to go riding my bike into a black hole with the back tire on fire. Which rhymes. And if I could be listening to Johnny Cash while I'm doing it, that's the way to go. I've put a lot of thought into this. You know, a lot of the cruise ships are super tall. So not only do I have my, albeit irrational fear of drowning, but there's also the height thing there too. I don't mind flying. Flying is awesome. Love flying. Ladders, rooftops, cruise ships. No, not so much. You know, like I said, it's kind of funny that somebody who will get on a bike and go, you know, theoretically over 100 miles an hour and have no problem with it is afraid of cruise ships. I mean, I know I could go and stay hammered the whole time. I hear they're really good about that. But the problem is, when you're hammered, you can't swim faster than sharks. Depending on how hammered you are, you can't swim at all. Now, the Poseidon Adventure did teach me a few valuable lessons. If you're ever in a huge cruise liner that gets hit by a giant wave, find the guy that looks like Ernest Borgnine, follow him.
Hold it! Do you know what a flash fire is?
And it's probably a good time to mention that Stella Stevens' acting abilities was not wasted on a 9-year-old boy. Actually, I guess they were not wasted, was not, because that's plural. You know. Anyways, it seems that everybody you talk to about cruises love them. They have no real problem with the constant risk of dying a cold, drowning death in a huge metal coffin while you gasp for air and only get seawater. Shortly before the fish pick the flesh off your bones. But every time I see some incident about a cruise liner in the news, I send it to my wife. I'm like, see? This is why I wouldn't get so angry on the motorcycle if people weren't so stupid. And sitting in all this traffic is not good for the engine. It is all kinds of heating up. And I don't mean in a 9-year-old watching Stella Stevens kind of way. You know, as a photographer, going on a cruise would be a great thing because they go to cool places, lots of photo opportunity. I should want to go. I just can't seem to get over the, well, terror. Terror's the word I'm looking for. The I-26 parking lot. They should show movies. The louder somebody insists everything's going to be okay, the higher the probability that it's not going to be okay.
Don't listen to him! We've got to stay here till help arrives.
Help from where?
That you're going to end up as fish food. That you're going to end up gasping for air only to fill your lungs with freezing salt water. Now, being the unselfish guy that I am, I told my wife, if you want to go on a cruise, do it. She's like, well, I don't want to go alone. Well, take somebody with you. I'll pay for a friend to go with you. Not a guy friend, a girlfriend. She's like, well, I want to go with you. Okay, I'll go with you as long as you don't mind me crying in the corner of the cabin the whole time. River cruises, I'd be okay with river cruises. I think as long as I could see shore and swim to it, I'm good. River cruises would be awesome. And if there's any river cruise companies out there who want to sponsor somebody who's afraid of ocean cruises and invite me as a guest and bring me on, I will vlog it. That'd be great. Actually, I should set up a GoFundMe account and offer to vlog my terror and have people pay for the privilege of seeing me cry in the corner of the cabin. Do you want to go out on the deck? No. Do you want to look out the window? No. You need to slow down there, cowboy. Sorry, you have to let go of the raft. No, I don't. Oh, I need to get going. The engine's getting hot. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. So I could certainly ask everybody what they thought of cruises, but I think most people who have been on them would say that they love them. I've never heard anybody say anything bad about a cruise yet. Of course, there are news items that come to the surface now and then. You know, I'd like to like the ocean. I'd like to really love to go on a cruise. Just can't do it. You know, if I'm on a big, huge ship and I can't see shore, you can be pretty sure my mind is back on it because I done lost my mind. Sure would be nice to lane split in South Carolina. Unless somebody was being purposefully vindictive, I could absolutely do it right now. I'm looking at the path and we're just creeping along. I could creep along just a little bit faster and probably get out of this traffic in a fraction of the time. We're not talking doing wheelies down the dividing line. I'm just talking about going through that traffic right there. But alas, here we are. So I could ask about cruises, but everybody who goes on cruises seems to dig them, especially the drinkers. I guess the real question is fears, and more importantly, how you overcome them. I know that's a deep subject, but I'm kind of wondering what works for people. I've tried desensitizing myself to heights, and it doesn't really seem to take so far. So what do you think? Be sure to leave a comment below. And as a little nugget for you, somebody who we both know may be getting a photo spread, not of me, but one that I took, in another super well-known motorcycle magazine. I can't say for sure yet because I don't know, but the possibility is there. And if that's the case, well, slap my mouth and call me shorty. I have arrived. Went down the other morning and shot a beautiful panhead, which I've got a behind-the-scenes video on. I'll post it as soon as I find out if it's okay to post it. I don't want to wreck the chances of getting in the magazine. But cool bike, fun shoot, and I think you'll dig it. So as much as I'd love your company sitting in this traffic jam, I'm going to end the vlog with that. And thank you for coming along once again. I appreciate you being here. Thanks. And I will see you next time.